Harmer hits 50 to hold off Bears' charge. A lower order fight back from Miles and Briggs denied Essex the opportunity to skittle their hosts for a paltry total. The pair took their side past 200 and then closed in on parity towards the end of the day. They continued in the same vein at the resumption of play. 250 chalked up and Briggs was now in the 40s with a chance of a half century. But after hours of frustration, Essex finally separated the two. Porter found Miles' pads and he had to go for 25, but his contribution had been an important one. His long-time partner remained, and soon enough, Briggs had the 50 he was chasing. His impressive batting now had the Bears just 30 runs behind. The score was 284 when Harmer had had enough. He found Hannon Dalby's pads, the Bears bowler dismissed for 3, and Warwickshire all out, their deficit just 11. The spinner finished with figures of 4 for 89, but even he couldn't separate the damaging 9th wicket partnership. Miles and Briggs added 66 and gave the Bears a shot. And the opening to the Essex innings gave the hosts more to shout about. Alistair Cook out playing a trademark cut, but straight into the hands of Rob Yates. They didn't have long to wait for another. Wesley out to Miles for 5, and the visitors were off to another difficult start. Brown was hot on his heels, out to Miles LBW. And on the cusp of lunch, Walter went. Hannon Dalby found the edge, and Essex were navigating their way to the interval, in trouble, at 25 for 4. Ollie Stone had his first of the innings shortly after lunch. Tenduscarter's pads found. The champions in hot water, 5 down and still shy of 50 runs. But the class of Lawrence held firm. He and Wheater took Essex past 50 as the wickets started to dry up. Just when it looked like Essex had taken some control, Warwickshire struck. Adam Wheater found Vihari in the deep to go for 30. Harmer joined Lawrence, and the two found their way to 3 figures. Warwickshire's deficit was now more than 150. On the cusp of lunch, Lawrence found his way to 50, scored off 100 balls, but just how crucial this knock might be remained to be seen. The score at tea was 132 for 6. Warwickshire were back amongst the wickets at the resumption. The breakthrough handed to them when Lawrence set off for a quick single, but Miles was alert enough to run him out. Siddle stuck with Harmer. The bowler had a knack of frustrating attacks, and he enjoyed himself. He found the boundary from anything short and wide, where he could. But Miles brought his cameo to an end with the Essex lead approaching 200. The bat dangled towards the ball, out, caught behind for a quick 20. Harmer didn't seem to care. He kept going and took the lead to 200, closing in on 50 in the process. A Danny Briggs full toss was all he needed to get there. He put it away to the boundary and put 200 runs on the board for his team. An Ollie Stone bumper was enough to remove Cook. He had to go for 7. But Harmer and Porter would reach the close of play together, the tables turning, with the score 213 for 9 and Essex's lead now a quite handy 224. Warwickshire headed into the final day, hunting that last wicket in a bid to set up a chase to the line.